What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are doing another Omnibuddy overview. What are we looking at? Well, in light of the recent reprint announcement, we are going to look at the outstanding work of Tokyo Ghost. All right, first things first. Tokyo Ghost comes from the powerhouse creative team of Rick Remender, Sean Gordon-Murphy, and Matt Hollinsworth on colors. Holy cow, y'all. This book is phenomenal. We're going to take a closer look at it, but when I first read this book, I didn't really know what to expect. I just thought it had like a cool, and everyone's like, it looks like a staple gun, but you know what? It's a futuristic, super cool gun. This is the DM variant from DCBS, the DCBS variant. But I know it's getting reprinted. I think they have this cover, and it's going to have another new cover. As of now, that's what they're showing at least. So you're going to be able to pick this up all over the place, especially at channel sponsor Organic Price Books, where they're going to have it over there. So you can pick it up there, $2 off. You can use code Omnibuddy for that $2 off. Save yourself some money. If you're ordering 3 or more books together, you can use code Omnibuddy, ship it together, save 5% off 3 or more books and all that kind of stuff. Support the channel, support a great company like OPB, Organic Price Books. JP and David are phenomenal with their communication, shipping, their prices. Their website is amazing. So head over there, check it out. Anyways, this book, first read it, all I knew was it was like a futuristic book, and this creative team was all I needed to know to pull me into it. And this book is friggin' awesome. The art by Sean Gordon-Murphy is insane. You're gonna see it here in a minute. The story is super cool. Very interesting twists and turns along the way with some really cool Easter eggs in it. So if you really pay attention to all the like digital signs and overlays and all that, they have a lot of really funny, really cool Easter eggs in there. And Matt Hollinsworth on colors. He's one of my favorite creators, and he's a colorist, y'all. Every time I go into a book, I'm like, man, the color on this book is just crazy good. Look at the cover, and who's on there? But Hollinsworth, like every single time. Dude's awesome. Anyways, enough gushing about this book. Let's take a closer look. Tokyo Ghost collects issues 1 through 10 in one glorious, oversized hardcover, written by Rick Remender. Artist is Sean Gordon-Murphy, and colors is Matt Hollinsworth. So the premise of Tokyo Ghost is it takes place in Los Angeles in the year 2089. Humanity is addicted to entertainment, mainly through technology, social media, TV, online, anything and everything. And while everyone is wasting away online, the world in real life is wasting away too. It's full of toxicity and contamination, not just of people's attitudes and drugs and all of that kind of stuff, but in the actual physical environment is becoming toxic and contaminated. People are stealing. It's that quintessential, not quite post-apocalyptic, but very close to the apocalypse sort of actually happening, and kind of living through that as the world around everyone deteriorates. They're not only seeking mental escapes through online interactions and entertainment, but they're also seeking that physical escape through drugs, sex, anything and everything they can do to basically get that fix. And of course, who runs and operates and owns it all are these corporate gangsters, where corporations, large corporations, have taken over everything and anything and run it all. So how do they run it all? They have Led Dent and Debbie Decay. They are the local constables, so they are the enforcers, and they are hardcore. It is very much a Judge Dredd, they are the law kind of situation, where they go around and enforce the corporation's laws and their wills. As I said before, this all takes place in and around LA, but there seems to be hope. There is rumors of a garden nation in Tokyo. That's the sort of Garden of Eden, the starting over, where technology hasn't invaded and the environment physically and mentally isn't toxic. And these two end up getting a job from the corporations where they need to go collect in Tokyo. And Dent and Decay, both these constables work closely together and are lovers, really. And when you meet Led Dent and Debbie Decay, they are constables of the law, but Led Dent is the brute force who is really a victim also of this whole digital decay, where his mind is just stuck the whole time. He's killing people physically, but his brain, his mind is everywhere else but there, trying to find that entertainment and escapism as he's bashing people's heads in. It's insane. So these two get a job through the corporate gangsters that tell them they need to go to this garden nation of Tokyo that's super mysterious and rumored, and no one knows what exactly it is. They need to go there and do a job, and ideally, hopefully, not spread their toxicity while they're there. This book is gruesome. It's painfully poignant in that it points out what is happening to us currently in our world, with us always needing our latest fix in entertainment, and how susceptible we are to needing to escape our environments when we're at all remotely uncomfortable. You really feel for these characters. You understand Led Dent in how he's trying to escape this environment, but you also really feel for Debbie as she's trying to save Dent from this environment and keep her with him, keep his mind going, keep him going without totally going off of the deep end. It's sad, it's beyond sad, it's beyond violent, but it's not beyond feeling for these characters. As I read it, I found tons of Easter eggs in there, buried in all the digital billboards and online chat rooms. If you read in the backgrounds, there's tons of hilarious stuff in there, mostly making fun of the creators themselves. It was really fun to see and spot as you go through it. I'd love to reread this and find even more of these as I ruminate on this story, because it does have a great message. Whether you agree with exactly what it's saying or not, it's a great way to reflect on the consequences of our tech addiction, our entertainment addiction, and our willingness to destroy nature around us to get it and to escape, which ironically we're trying to escape being uncomfortable, so we end up making the world more uncomfortable in the long run. That's at least my idea and what I thought about while reading this book and reflected on this book. It's a story that will stick with you for a while if you're willing and wanting to reflect on the messages within this book. I gotta say, the art in this is absolutely outstanding. Sean Gordon Murphy blows me away every time I look at his art, whether it's Punk Rock Jesus, Chrononauts, Plot Holes, The Wake, everything he does and everything he touches and lays his pen to, and everything he inks is just amazing. Rick Remender does an insanely good job at carrying the dialogue, pushing the story forward, and in these 10 issues, keeping the pacing consistent and always giving you that next thing to keep you interested as you're reading the story. Beats pay off constantly. I was so satisfied with the ending. It was amazing. Matt Hollinsworth, I always gotta shout this guy out because his colors take any and every ink line and page to its absolute highest potential. This man needs an award for his coloring. He is the best colorist, in my opinion, hands down. Everyone needs to study what he does. Every time I see a book where the coloring really stands out to me, I flip to the back or the front, wherever the creators are listed, and it's Hollinsworth. Almost every single time. This man does it. Overall, this story is not exactly a super quick read, but being at 10 issues, you could definitely pound it out in a day or two if you sit down and really ruminate on it. It could take you a few days, 3-4 days, depending on how quickly you read, but it is definitely worth the price point of only $40, and especially if you're getting it at discount online, I would highly recommend that you pick up this book if you can. I do gotta say, this is an oversized hardcover, but it is actually about a ½ inch taller than the typical Image oversized hardcovers. So fair warning, it's not gonna line up with your Sagas or your Descenders or anything like that. But this complete collection is definitely a must buy because Sean Gordon Murphy's art mixed with Matt Hollinsworth's colors very much deserve that extra size. All right, so that was the closer look at Tokyo Ghost. It is all self-contained in that one beautiful oversized hardcover by Image. Image just kills it with their oversized hardcover collection and their line. Like, the shelf looks so good, just all perfectly square, flat. A lot of people hate the Marvel flat spines, but the Image flat spines with no dust jackets, delicious. And this book is just nothing but the best. Some really cool stuff in the back, some really great art. It's just all around an awesome story. Some people I've met aren't really into it, but if you love futuristic sci-fi, kind of the whole like telling a tale of warning almost about the future and social media use and just kind of getting pulled into the entertainment time suck and losing yourself and not contributing really any to the world, as I say as I make a YouTube video about it, ironically. But get off the internet after this, go read a book, go do something else, go outside, see some fresh air, talk to some real people in real life. There, I've done my duty. But anyways, this book is great. If you have the opportunity to pick it up with this reprint, if you're watching this way later and the reprint's over, make sure to go check it out. Hopefully you can still get it and it's in print, or you got to jump on eBay or Mercari or whatever's the new big sales thing. Get this book. It is so good. It's such an interesting, fun story that's got some really deep storytelling to it with, like a warning tale, but also has some really crazy stuff too. Fair warning, there's a lot of not safe for work content in there, language-wise and body part-wise. But other than that, the art is just, oh man, I mean, you just saw it. It's great. The colors are amazing. Story's really cool. Check it out. I'm going to stop gushing about it now. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all those things. But most importantly, what I ask everyone to always do, not only does it help the algorithm on YouTube and it helps push the video out to more people because of interaction with likes and comments and all that algorithm stuff, but I love when people comment because I get to respond and talk, and you will be very, very hard pressed to find any legitimate comment on my channel on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere that doesn't have a response or where I get sucked into a conversation. So make sure to comment. Let me know in the comments what your favorite colorist is. So I love Remender and Murphy. Hollinsworth, I've been gushing about him this whole video too. Let me know who your favorite colorist is and why. I think that should be sparking some great conversations. What not only the colorist, but like what your favorite work of that colorist is. So let me know in the comments. All right, that's it. Take care. Stay cool.